All right, buckle up, folks, because today we're diving into a movie where a grandpa and a high schooler get turned into killer robots. Yep, you heard that right. Today we're talking about Inuyashiki, a live action film based on the Japanese manga series by Hiroya Oku. Our main character, Ichiro Inuyashiki, is almost 60 years old. He's an ordinary office worker, quiet, hardworking, and not very confident. After working all his life, he finally buys a new house, but his family isn't happy with it because it's dark and gloomy. No one appreciates what he does, so at home and at work, he's treated poorly. His daughter Mari sees him as weak and useless because he never stands up for himself. Feeling down, Ichiro finds comfort in a stray dog named Hanako, but his wife doesn't want the dog in the house. To make things worse, Ichiro gets bad news from the hospital. He has cancer. Desperate, he tries to reach out to his family, but no one answers his calls. That night, he wants to tell them about his illness, but they're too busy complaining about other things to listen. Left with no choice, Ichiro decides to give up Hanako, as his wife demands. But when he goes to the park, Hanako follows him, and Ichiro feels terrible for abandoning her. While he's lost in thought, he notices a boy nearby. Before he can figure out who the boy is, both of them are suddenly hit by a bright beam of light from the sky. Aliens appear, and the next morning, Ichiro, who was supposed to be dead, wakes up alive. He's shocked to discover that his eyesight is back to normal. Something very strange has happened. Ichiro, still unsure about what was happening, decided to take Hanako back home. His wife thought he had been out drinking and didn't really care when he came back. When Ichiro started eating, he noticed that the miso soup didn't have any flavor, and he felt extremely thirsty. After drinking a lot of water, he went back to his room. But then, his body started to smoke. Panicking, Ichiro took off his clothes and saw that there was a strange slot on his finger. Suddenly, his arm turned into a gun barrel, and it shot out all the miso soup he had just eaten. While trying to figure out what was happening, Ichiro touched something on his head and accidentally found a switch. When he looked in the mirror, he was shocked to see that he had become a high-tech robot. As he stood there in shock, Hanako started barking, which caught his wife's attention. Ichiro quickly made his body return to normal before she could see anything. Meanwhile, the young man from the park, who had also been transformed, was Hiro, a classmate of Ichiro's daughter, Mari. Hiro figured out what had happened to him before Ichiro did, and he quickly learned how to control his new powers. When Hiro's friend Ando saw the mechanical parts inside Hiro's body, he was completely shocked. But even though Ichiro knew he wasn't human anymore, he didn't use his powers for selfish reasons. He still went to work and even begged his boss, just like before. One day after work, Ichiro was feeling down when he saw an injured pigeon on the side of the road. Feeling sorry for it, he picked it up to take a closer look. Suddenly, a control panel appeared in his eyes, and numbers started changing. To his surprise, the injured pigeon was healed and flew away. Ichiro realized he had the power to heal. At that moment, he heard a mother crying in the hospital nearby. So, kind-hearted Ichiro rushed to the hospital and secretly saved a boy who was in a coma. The joy of saving someone made Ichiro so happy that he even cried. Around the same time, Hiro, who was usually quiet, noticed that his friend Ando was being bullied. Using his new powers, Hiro helped Ando by teaching the bully a lesson. This act of kindness impressed Shion, a girl who had secretly liked Hiro for a long time. She finally got the courage to confess her feelings to him. Even though Hiro didn't have any feelings for her, he gently turned her down. Hiro's family life was complicated. His father had left his mother after cheating on her, and Hiro didn't want to visit his dad at all. But out of respect for his mom, he went anyway. Seeing his dad happy with a new family made Hiro feel deep pain. On his way home, filled with anger and sadness, Hiro entered a random happy family's home and cruelly killed the husband. At the same time, Ichiro was at the hospital saving lives when he heard a girl's cry for help. But when he arrived, it was too late. The girl was already dead. Ichiro realized that he couldn't bring the dead back to life. Just then, he encountered Hiro, who brutally attacked him. Ichiro could only watch as Hiro flew away into the sky. The next day, the news reported the brutal murder, and Ando began to suspect that Hiro might be the killer. Realizing what Hiro had become, Ando decided to cut ties with him. Although Hiro's face remained calm, he was deeply saddened by losing his best friend. Consumed by revenge, Hiro no longer cared what others thought. He just wanted to destroy everyone in Japan. Meanwhile, Ichiro heard the cries of innocent people and knew he had to stop Hiro. To prevent more deaths, Ichiro used his webcam to have Ando warn everyone to turn off their electronic devices. With their help, most people did turn off their devices, but Hiro activated an even more powerful weapon, causing countless skyscrapers to be destroyed by missiles. Ichiro quickly flew to the rooftop where Hiro was standing and tried to convince him to stop attacking. But Hiro didn't want to listen. With no other choice, Ichiro shot at him, which only made Hiro furious. Ichiro fled into the sky in fear, but then he heard his daughter Mari's voice crying for help. It turned out that the building Mari was in had also been attacked by Hiro. Ichiro rushed to save her, but Hiro chased him, making it hard to escape. Ichiro then came up with a plan on the rooftop. Knowing that their robotic bodies needed water to function, Ichiro broke Hiro's water bottle and let a bottle of salt water fall to the ground. Thirsty and unaware, Hiro drank the salt water without hesitation. Ichiro quickly flew off the rooftop, but Hiro's attacks only got stronger. Ichiro had no choice but to keep flying higher until they reached space. Just as Hiro was about to eliminate Ichiro, the salt water finally caused an error in Hiro's mechanical system. Ichiro seized the moment and launched a missile, destroying Hiro as he fell. Afterward, Ando contacted Ichiro, who regretfully told him that he had killed Hiro. Ando knew that Hiro's crimes were unforgivable and accepted the reality. Then, Ichiro rushed to save his severely injured daughter, and they both rejoiced in their survival. But just as they were celebrating, Hiro suddenly reappeared, more insane than ever. Hiro began killing the survivors in the rubble without mercy. He even shot Mari to get back at Ichiro. Despite risking his life to protect his daughter, Ichiro couldn't withstand Hiro's attacks and was quickly knocked down. Mari, already knowing her father was a robot, watched as Hiro grabbed her and threw her off the tall building to punish Ichiro for standing against him. This enraged Ichiro, and he pushed the core energy in his body to its limit. Fueled by this energy, Ichiro accelerated at full speed, crashing into Hiro and piercing through his body with a powerful punch. After defeating Hiro, Ichiro used all his strength to jump off the building and catch Mari. He landed safely and used his energy to heal her. Seeing that his daughter was safe, Ichiro didn't waste time explaining and immediately flew back to the building to save more survivors. Although the police couldn't find Hiro's body, they reassured the public by announcing that Hiro was dead. Finally, Ichiro returned to his normal, humble life, and Mari, knowing that her father was the hero everyone praised, changed her attitude toward him. Meanwhile, Ando saw Hiro at his house, and Hiro brought comics. Hiro was much calmer now, and the hatred in him was gone. Seeing his old friend still alive, Ando couldn't hold back his tears. But when Ando was about to play video games with him like before, Hiro, whose body was severely injured, quietly left. Over time, the truth about what happened began to fade away. All right, let's hit the pause button on this wild ride for now. If you like my videos, don't forget to like and leave a comment. See you in the next video. Hope you have a nice day.